Hello everybody, and welcome back to Kinlaig. So, we're in November, in the process of Walter's last year, end of year silage marathon. He's currently busy mowing up his field. I was about to start on the baling, but he's fairly close to finishing it, and then he's going to be needing the bigger doits to do the rowing on that field. So as he's currently using the small doits, and we want to see if that will do the baling, I've been instructed to nip out and do the rock breaking contracts for him, which is fine. It's nice to trot out in my Can-Am. We're on the clock, so we're getting paid, so it makes sense. We do something that there's a financial benefit for both of us. So it is a fair old lick of the wrong side. It's a fair old lick of a journey, but it's not bad at all. So we'll whip up and do this. He's just texted to say he's finished that bit. He'll be making the bacon cob, so we better get a wriggle on. Now, it's a good timing for lunch, so I'll work out my timings here. Logistics on this will be he can be doing the rowing while we get the baling done, and then there should be enough rows on his field for us to be doing the baling while he finishes up the rowing. I think sorting out the storage we're going to have a conversation about, aren't we? Maybe we need to find somewhere flat we can put something for now, whilst he looks at a longer term solution. We've had conversations over it, and he's in an agreement that we could do with a facility for storing the bales. But he doesn't want to get rid of his his silage yard, which I completely understand. Hey, it'd be quite a big job to do, to remove it and then build something. It is, although, I mean, it is a good bit of space though, isn't it, that takes it. It is a good space for it, that's for sure. Not quick. Right. I'll head back for the bacon cob. And nice quick couple of grand, wasn't it? I'm going to go this way for a treat. But yeah, I'll see you back at the farm for the rowing and the baling. Right. We'll give this a wash. It's done with for here, isn't it? Before we put it away. Could probably put a bit of a tarpaulin around here, maybe, to put bales against, couldn't he? Ooh. Trouble is, if he wanted to do that with his hay, it'd need a roof. That's what we've just been talking about during the bacon cob break. It's a really good building. I don't want to suggest to him that it goes, but although it depends how high. I've got a few ideas, but there's a nice flat area around here. He's probably not using that garage. Depends how high these things go. Should we top up? Let's drop that straight down, don't you? Should we top up the baler? I think we probably should, because I mean, if we see 60 bales, then it's a better yield than the last one. I do like a bit of a drive around yard. I do quite like that. But then down here is also a fair bit of space, isn't there? You would need somewhere to put okay. He would need somewhere to put the bale trailer. Maybe we could get a tarp inside. I think there's going to be a bit of practicing needed to be done, isn't there? Let's get the... Oh, we're back to 0. Good. I did reset. Jolly good. Oh, this should be fairly simple. Cause I'll tell you what, actually, can this fold? We can fold it now. Don't need to, but we can if we wanted to. That's good to know. Okay. Prediction, I'm gonna say 60. No, I'm not actually. I'm going to be ambitious and say 65, because it was 50 something last time. Mind you, these that's just stopped because it was running so quick. Crikey. There's a bit, it's not going to be that simple. There's going to be a bit of tidying up needs doing, which could be quite annoying as we may be dropping bales in the way. See, silage you can leave out, you can put that just on a tarpaulin somewhere, can't you? I mean, this is literally printing bales out, isn't it? This is already a lot for a small space. So small space, it's probably a decent sized field really, isn't it? Let's take that bit out and come back round. Maybe we're going to have to do a tidy up, aren't we, really? This is, I thought maybe 5 or 6 on here, but this actually could be a very, very long day of baling. We definitely could be looking at a nighttime finish. I'll tell you what, it does make it easier having 2 of us on the job though. And this tractor is not struggling. I don't know what the horsepower is. A bit there. And a little tiny bit there. There's a bit up there. Not doing too bad though. I wonder actually if we could do a shorter episode, because we've had quite a few long ones, haven't we? That's this field done. Now, where should we start here? Take the wedge out, the circular bit. Let's attempt it. Oh, actually, go around. No, I shouldn't have done that. I mean, I'm going to have to go around twice anyway, really, just to... He's bought well. I must be honest. Let's tidy this curve up. I wonder actually if we could probably put a bit of music on and speed up. We might catch him up pretty quick. Now, last time he had a little spot up at the corner that he missed when he was rowing. Let's see if he does that again. That'd be quite interested to see that. I think we'll have to top up. I'm pretty sure we're going to end up topping. We're going to need more bale net, surely. It's all going rather well, isn't it? Let's put some music on and see where we get to. Holy moly, we've run out of wrap and... Oh, Walter's finished. Well, that's not exactly in sync, is it? We're reloaded. Well, if he's finished, I wouldn't say this is struggling. Not the tractor, the baler is certainly not enjoying itself. Let's go from the bottom again. And just get these strips. There's basically a strip that we've missed. Just purely because these rows are massive. Drop that, do that. Let's go again. Maybe need a bit of a bale push to push them out of the way if that's the case. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if we've got anything though. There is, I think, something in the mod hub one could get for the future, but I've not got it downloaded. Oh, I've dropped that bale right on the end of that run I was doing. I did have a bit of an issue when I first started on this field, when I tried to move one out of the way and got myself caught up on it. A bit like that. Almost exactly like that. Go on, out you go. Swing yourself out way. Man, there's still so much to do. There is like a genuine problem caused here from too successful yield. Go on, round you go. Come on. This really is quite the we're well on course for beating the 50 something. I think my 65 might be out of the question as well. I think we'll have to be looking possibly at taking quite a bit of these to Katie, although that was always the problem. There's still always still the plan was to still supply Katie with bales. I suppose he could do some for the Kinlaig biogas plant as well, couldn't he? Let's just drop this before. Yep, that's perfect. So I'm not going to loop round. Do 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 do. I don't think it's a tractor, it's going slow just purely because of the size of these rows. It's these are rows really for a square bale, aren't they? This will only go so fast because it's doing so much at the same time. That pre-chamber can only be filled if there's room, so it delays itself, sort of thing. It's a rather I think he's going to be rather pleased with what he's got here. And we're definitely going to have to look at... He's done this corner this time. Pretty much. Much better job than last harvest. There's a bit of a section over there, but that's not really an issue, is it? Let's... what time are we on? I'm going to head over and start this corner. We're at 2:15. Let's see if we can get this done by the time it gets too dark. Which I think we should be able to, really. Don't want to do an episode. I don't like recording when it's dark, 'cause it's depending on what you watch, what screen you're watching on. It can appear very, very dark. And I'll have to do a bit of tidying up as I go along, I think, because I can see the odd patch or two. I shall come back to you momentarily. For you, for about half an hour for me, I'll wait. Right, we're not done yet, we're not done. We've got a new issue. We've got too many bales. So we're gonna have to look at storage of some sort. Not finished that. Hold on. Yeah, we're going to have to look at putting a storage in. There's a little test I would like to do. Let's try something. This could go horribly wrong. That's not going to work. Where's those tarpaulins? Ooh. What if Where's it going to come out? That's the problem. Because you've got to get it out. That's... Oh. Hold on a minute. Oh, no, let me get that in. Okay, I can't get it all the way down, but it's not destroyed. Could we push a load of them in? Maybe. Just shove a load. Come on. Maybe you get kids, that's it. In you get. This could inadvertently be the cure for this issue. Maybe. Could also go massively wrong, but makes those ones at the back are going to be a bit of a problem, aren't they? Da, 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 da. Oh, I could have done with doing that neater. Oh, yeah, that's where you want pinball. Do that and then get... Yes. And that solves... Of course, that's why we have the Bale thing. These facilities that Giants put in so that we can, those of us that do large amounts can get those large amounts done, and hopefully I can get through that. That fits nicely in there as well, doesn't it? Here's the test. Can we get through to get the rest of them? Oh yes! What a issue potentially solved. Maybe. Two at the back, maybe. I would be tempted to see if I can play around with this a bit more, but oh. Is that as high as they go? Because that's brilliant if they do. Oh, I thought there was two in there. There is. I assume I can walk through that. Oh, another two. Get them out. I know this looks horrible, but we've got an existential crisis we're trying to solve here. And to be fair, that does solve it for the hay. If that does only go 3 high. Then there sort of is a way that we can deal with this. They're 3 high. So they're not too high up, are they bleeding through just? So if that was pulled forward a bit. Then that could be a bale thing. Or we could just move it out. Food for thought there. I can't believe we've filled up. Mind you, there's... There we go. Let's fix that. Although, to be fair, maybe just a shed and a shed somewhere would then put down then one of them. It's only 3 high. That's changed my perception for solving the problem next episode anyway. There is this little bit here, look. He's got a few tiny bits, but it's much better than last time. Much better. Let's go and do that small strip down there. And get a bit of this tidying up done. Wonder how many we've made then. See, there's... How many did we make over on ours? There's a lot on there as well, isn't there? I'll say it was 2 trips worth. No, there's not. It was 29 or something, wasn't there? Which is still a lot. So maybe a little shed. That'll be cheap. With the tarpaulin under. If it's only 3 high. Was that only going to be 3 high? It'll be a bit of playing around, I reckon, next episode. Maybe that bottom corner. It could end up being 2. There was a shed there to begin with, weren't there? I moved it. Or we possibly look at putting in another shed for other things, other bits of fun for the vehicles, and then we could put mean, we can have a look, because there's a lot to see. Well, you could possibly fit a shed there, couldn't you? Something like that size, but smaller. That's almost perfect size though, isn't it, really? Because that's got height on it. And that's good for the vehicles, but maybe if we can get something in along there. Or there. We'll have a look in on, we'll deal with that potential problem next episode, I think. We'll have some to sell as well, we'll get some shifted, cover the cost at least. But I think we've made enough room for us to be able to produce some more. Probably clear a little bit of his loan off actually. There's no more outgoings for today. Not doing too bad for time actually either. Doesn't look like we've missed any bits now going this way. Rather strange. Although we have hammered through the bale net and twine. I'll add that to the list of shopping to get. I think it's safe to say when we did that silage harvest earlier on in the year, that was a small cut, because this has been a much bigger slog than I expected. Got it done though. And to be fair, we started at like lunchtime really, wasn't it? Right, last row to go. We've earned a pint today. Good fix as well, wasn't it? Chucking down there. Chuck down there. Tarpaulin. Put some on that. And that sorted it. And they're still under a cover at the minute. We can always move them. But that could also free up. I only really wanted to free up one, just to put silage in that for feeding the in the clump, but we don't need to, do we? That certainly does open us up with a few options. It's just a sea of bales, isn't it? There is a really, really big harvest to come on here. So, plan for next episode, I'll say this out loud because I need to remember to jot it down. We've got to move the bales over to here. we need somewhere to put them, even if it's just temporarily. We'll need to sell some. We need to top up the BJ. We'll be able to see... Well, I was going to leave it though, wasn't I? How much money? No, we can top it up if it needs to be topped up. Certainly with the silage, the wood chips, the thing I'm concerned about. We need to possibly look at getting a shed put in over winter to store the bales in, or alternatively somewhere to store equipment, and we repurpose another one of the sheds for bales. And then obviously he's going to need somewhere to store all the hay and things. They need to be under cover if we were to repair. I'm just wondering whether that area would fit one of those green sheds in, and we move that smaller shed somewhere else. That could work, maybe. That could be an option. Certainly an idea. The bale trailer could always sit in the clamp if a clamp is free and not being used. Or we could just leave the hay there where it is. That'll only hold 100 bales, so we'll probably want bigger ones. I'm just hoping they don't go as high. I can test one out though, can't we? And then we'll find out. So there's a bit of testing going on next episode, as well as a lot of moving stuff about. And we need to move the animals on. God, there's loads to get done next episode then. That's not too bad though, because potentially we've got a bit of a problem solved. That's it. We've got a bit of a problem solved with what to do. Look at that. A sea of bales. Oh, turn the engine off on the thing. Here we go, now I can fold it. I wonder if that was something to do with that tractor, because it's a mod. Who knows? Look at that though, it's gone through all the bale net and bale wrap. Huge amount. Right. Let's get this rinsed off. That looks nice and tidy there though, doesn't it? It fits in there really well. And if we just come down to if we wanted to get something out, we come to the corner. Beautiful, really. Beautiful. That's I'm thinking at the minute that might be best to stay there. I'll have a think off camera anyway. I'll sleep on it. I'm going to leave that connected to the big doits because I might move some equipment out the way to test some widths. Might do a bit of that on camera actually. Right. I'm going this a rinse. We'll chuck we chuck some off the loan. No, we won't take anything off the loan this episode. You might have to pay a little bit more in interest, but we're going to need money next month because we're going to need a trailer for the animals and things like that. So but I left the engine on that. Silly goose. We do need to find out how many bales are there. I said 65, 112, nearly not far off getting to double. And on that note, I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, do feel free to subscribe. And if you've got any comments or suggestions, there's probably going to be a temporary fix in for the bales, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't put an idea down. By the time this episode comes out, there will probably have been a fix put in, but do feel free to add one. I think down here possibly is a good bit of space that we can mess around with stuff, and I've just remembered something else that needs doing. But until the next episode, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.